men who are doing the bare minimum are the men who are doing it right. That's right, men should do as little as possible when courting women in today's day and age. And today I'm going to walk through 3 reasons why that might be the case. You can be the judge. Let's get to it. First and foremost, it's important to understand that you can never move backwards with women. That is, whatever you do serves as the standard against which future efforts are compared. This means that if you come right out of the gate with a lot of effort and provision and consideration, then you've just created a logistically impossible relationship. It's going to be very difficult to maintain that level of effort, let alone top it. And trust me, even if you are able to maintain that level of effort throughout the entirety of your relationship, it wouldn't be enough. This is because women grow acclimated to the treatment they receive and the lifestyle they enjoy. The same effort that might wow them in the beginning will hardly seem impressive or important a year or 2 from now. So if you come out doing everything you could possibly do, congratulations, you just painted yourself into a corner, muchacho. A smart man gives his relationship a lot of runway. And why is that? Because the game does not run on gratitude, ladies and gentlemen. I wish it were true. I wish people stayed together because of the gratitude they feel in their hearts for what their partner has done for them in the past, but they do not. That said, people do often stay together out of guilt. Guilt keeps people together, the guilt they would feel for leaving someone who has done so much for them. But no one stays because they're grateful. They stay when they stay because they feel guilty. And a relationship that is only held together with the glue of guilt is not a relationship that you should make an effort to save. It's important to know when to pull the plug. In any case, when courting a woman, it's a good idea to start small so that you have some place to go in the context of the relationship. Which brings us to the second reason why as little as possible makes sense. It establishes the proper reinforcement protocol for your relationship. Namely, the more someone does what you want them to do, the more you reward them with the things that they want. When men come right out of the gate with princess treatment, buying women flowers and planning expensive dates and sweeping them off their feet, which, spoiler alerts, will be rebranded as love bombing when it doesn't work out, these men set the wrong standard for their relationships. Because what the fuck have those women done to deserve any of that? Without establishing better treatment as a consequence of good behavior, men who do this are directly responsible for making modern women as entitled as they are. Why wouldn't they believe that they don't have to lift a finger to justify the princess treatment that they would prefer to receive? In their own minds, they are the table, right? Well, how did that belief get there, my dude? Don't be fooled. An abstract ideology like feminism isn't nearly as reinforcing as concrete cash and prizes. Behind every entitled woman is a string of men who fucked up. When you give people what they want up front, then you've removed the rational basis for them to continue to relate to you. And this, men, is why it is a good idea to keep control over the things that women want in order to incentivize continuous good effort. Just telling it like it is. We're dealing with people here, not angels. So you'll want to have some place to go with your relationship, and you'll want to pair better treatment with better behavior in order to incentivize the latter. As women consistently show up in the right ways, they should get treated better and better as a result. That's a good reinforcement protocol. Again, consider the professional equivalent. The longer you work at a company, providing consistently good results and going above and beyond expectations, the more likely you are to get promoted, with all the benefits that come from that. Women understand this. How do I know that? Because most women care more about their careers than they do about their relationships these days. They understand the way these incentives work, and their employers are acting more like men, irrespective of their gender, than the men in their lives are. That is, their employers possess what women want, and they understand that women have to provide a valuable service in order to get it. And that's what actually keeps the whole system on the up and up. And now we come to the third and most important reason why men should do as little as possible early on in the courtship process. It helps to identify the women who are actually attracted to you, the man, and not just attracted to what she can get from you. As I've said before, all men pay, but the more she likes you, the greater the discount. A woman who is 10 out of 10 attracted to you won't care if your idea of a date is sitting in your parked car behind the local Taco Bell. You don't have to spend any money on her, let alone do anything fancy or extravagant, and you certainly don't have to bend over backwards trying to show her how beautiful and valued she is. Why? Because she finds just being with you valuable enough, like she is being paid in access to you. That is what her attraction is telling her. But a woman who doesn't have that level of attraction for you will need things to compensate her for, in her mind, settling for a less attractive option. And attraction is very personal. The same man can be very attractive to one woman and very unattractive to another. This is because attraction isn't entirely objective. It largely lives in the mind of the beholder. The upshot here is that by offering very little out of the gate, you can easily determine which women are highly attracted to you and filter out the rest. Do as little as possible and see who still shows up. Because trust me, gentlemen, these are the only women you should consider having long-term relationships with. Everyone else is either using you or wasting your time. Give women every reason not to date you. Give them every reason to pass you over, and thank the ones who do. Because any woman who is scared off by a man who does the bare minimum for a stranger who has done nothing for him is either psychotic or not living in the 21st century. Women will complain about this approach, but hot take, that doesn't mean it's not the right way for men to date.